On the left-hand side, we do have Batu, going to be playing as Odin. And on the right-hand side in the red, we have Kimo, going to be playing as Hades. This is Giza. The Giza Plateau. All right, so we're going for 2 villagers already, or 1 villager, 1 dwarf. We'll call them villagers for the sake of, casting. But 2 villagers over here on the gold. 1 going for straggler trees, and we actually have a berserk running around the map looking for, just some scouting information. As he continues to grab some zebras. Both players have, obviously, their ideas here are going to be trying to get to that next age, because all the good stuff happens on that second age. I do think, though, and I was never competitive in Age of Mythology near the end there. I played at the beginning. I just want to say eco units. I will call them vills, or eco units. One thing that has always bothered me about Age of Mythology is the lack of aggressive, the lack of aggressive possibilities in the early game. Right? You can't seem to do anything in the first age to really harass your opponent that I've seen in Age of Mythology. So I'm kind of hoping maybe they somehow change that in a way, because it seems like the first age is simply an eco simulator, and that's kind of a little boring to me, but I get it. If it's the way it is the way it is. But just my thoughts on that. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but like just some way to harass a villager here or there would be kind of cool. Or, some sort of all-ins, just something. Add a little bit of spice. A little bit of madness, a little bit of badness. Combination. I love that you can't do anything in the first stage. Azu, nobody asked you. Okay. Go play campaign then, Azu. All right, go play campaign. Temple going to be coming up here on the left-hand side for Batu. By the way, if it's Batu, I'm sorry. I'm sure someone will correct me at some point. I'll just call you Batu for now. Gold continuing to get mined here. He's got just the dwarves on that for now. We even have the cart helping out with the straggler trees. And the ravens are now in here for Odin. Be allowing him to scout across the map. Always fantastic to be able to do that. And his power up here is going to be the Great Hunt. Target a group of wild animals to greatly multiply their numbers. If there are none, Odin will summon a small amount. Gets more powerful with each age received from Odin. On the other side, of course, we've already talked about this in previous cast, but this is a new video. Sentinels, target on your allies or yours or your allies' town center, village center, or fortress to protect it with stone guardians received from Hades. Now, the thing we talked about is you can use this more than once, right? All the leader powers or the god powers in this game can be used more than once. So being able to think that way, because like I told you guys before, a lot of players have been playing this game for a long time. They may have it imprinted in their brain that I have to wait for the perfect, absolute perfect time to use my god power because I'll never get to use it again, and so it's one time only. But it's not. I mean, in Age of Mythology, we're told they've allowed the ability to use the god powers more than once, which I think is fantastic. It's a fantastic change. They cost more. They actually cost resources. Favor once you started using them at one time for free. But still, but the reason I'm going with this little rant is you can actually use these Sentinels now and then use them on your Expo later or your second TC later when you get it. I've noticed a lot of players tend to use them only on their expansion, never using them on their main. So, it's just a thought process. Things are a little different. But yeah, I mean, using them on your main basically means you're not going to get attacked for the first few minutes. It's just not going to happen. And look at this. Even the Sentinel can be going after the Raven there. Will it get away? I don't know. One more shot. No, it does get away just barely. Hiding over that tree line.
Yeah.
Valkyrie in here going to be getting hit there by all the archers, including the TC Sentinel, and getting chased down by the Minotaur. So he's got to be careful. Don't want to lose that for nothing. And we're going to be seeing a forest fire coming into play here. Do the villagers get away? Where'd they go? Oh, I got him inside the sentry tower. Very nice move there. Very fast play from Kimo, pulling that off, jumping in the tower, waiting for the forest fire to end, and of course the Valkyrie to go away, and then he can just go somewhere else and mine trees on the other side. Up here on the other side, we do have a granary down, starting to get some zebras coming in. Getting some nice resources from that. And of course, we have the military academy and an archery range coming up there as well. Both players are in the second age. Keep that in mind. Don't know if we mentioned that. And we've got the Hussiers are on the field now. Going to be using those. Those guys are fantastic units. One of my favorite units in the game. They're just all around great. They're really good at taking out mythic units. So infantry hero, good against myth units, generates favor faster and collects relics. So those units are awesome. Just all around awesome units. And they're fast as well for being foot soldiers. All right, up here in the north, we do see these zebras continue to get cleaned up here. Going to be getting a lot of food from that. And, of course, the Valkyrie just running around the map, getting in some scouting information, seeing where they can poke in to get as much damage done as possible. Wooden walls coming up down here as well. Can be blocking in, allowing, so, you know, if someone tries to come up and raid, they have to go all the way around the TC or around the wood line to actually get in there. And you're going to get hit by, of course, the Sentinel as well. All right, down here we do have some goats that have been picked up. Could probably send those back home. You know, a little extra food never hurt anybody. You know, these high-end games, guys, in any RTS, every little bit counts. It could be that one little thing that turns the tide of battle at any time. So Kimo going to be coming in for a very early attack here. A lot of very strong units. We got a hero, a couple of heroes in there. We've got the Minotaur, so it's going to cost Batu quite a few units to actually defend this location if he wants to fight him out in the open. Of course, you could just wait till he's near his TC or something, but I don't know if that's going to happen that way. Back on the other side, we do have some raiding coming in here from the raiding cavalry. Going to be using those to go after some of these units. The Minotaur, along with some of these spearmen and archers, going to be holding down the location. Of course, the Valkyrie is in there looking for some damage as well. Back on the other side, the attack has started. Going to be going after the house. We've got a few berserkers and, of course, the Hussiers coming in as well to defend. The Hussiers will do fantastic against those mythic units. On the other side, the raiding cavalry continuing, going after these villagers, trying to get in some economic damage here. And it looks like they are doing a great job at that, taking out the villagers left and right. And it looks like Kimo going to have to return home, taking too many losses here, not getting in enough damage himself. So he tried to come in here and get some economic damage done, but was unable to do so. So he's got to run back home, tail between his legs, to fight another day and to fend off this raiding party from Batu, who is playing a fantastic game. Houses continue to get built up now. Going to get that population room ready to rock and roll. That way you can build more and more units here. Raiding party coming in, getting some more damage. Of course, the raiding cavalry going to be doing okay against most infantry. Obviously, the spearmen a little different. Hitting the archer there, going after that. The hoplite doing good damage to the raiding cavalry there. Going to continue to poke at that horse. And it looks like the raiding cavalry will be whisked away here. They cannot stay in this location. On the left-hand side, it looks like we try to get in some more damage there. Not sure if there was anything there for him to kill. And back up top, we're going to be continuing to see Kimo defend this location, trying to get as much of those zebras as he can to bolster his food. And we've got a granary coming down the bushes. It looks like he is done looking out on the map for food. Wants to just go for the berries for now. And probably in a little bit, it's going to be farms after he does take down the rest of these sheep, which he has plenty of. And of course, there are some chickens left over as well. So farms not yet, but you know, in the future. Red's got quite an army now in the middle of the map. Kimo looking very powerful. Raiding party. Well, you know, it looked like Batu was getting a lot of damage, which he was. Military-wise, you got to give it to Kimo right now. His army is a very, very tough ball. And if Batu is forced into one big engagement, that could go very well for Kimo. Kimo, of course, does have the Restoration Leader power, which allows him to heal up his army in the midst of battle. But of course, it already is age 3. So Batu is going to be on age 3, which is going to give his units, you know, more upgrades, better buffs. He's got better mythic units to come out in the field, and just better things all around. We do, of course, have the Frost Giant being called a zebra for whatever reason, over here on the field. Now, the Frost Giant, as good as it is, will fall to the hero. So the key here, I think, for Batu during the fight is take out the heroes, then bring in his mythic units, because the mythic units can clean up quite a bit of regular units. No problem. Raiding Cavalry coming in again, looking for some damage, but it looks like the remainder of that food is almost depleted. Villagers going to head back home. Now, there's no heroes in this army, so the Frost Giant would absolutely love to engage this. The hero was on the other side somewhere. Looks like, yeah, on the right-hand side, returning home. Without any heroes in this army at all, the mythic units from Batu is going to be very strong. So that one Frost Giant can be very, very good here. He can start chasing him down with the raiding cavalry, forcing him to engage, allowing the Frost Giant to catch up. And that's exactly what we're going to see here. You're going to see him pushing forward, going after those units. And now Kimo, he's going to try to run, but remember, he brought in that raiding cavalry, and he froze the Minotaur there. Fantastic job microing that there. And he's going to take out the Minotaur. Now that's gone. Raiding Cavalry continuing to give chase. So while he is running away, having the Raiding Cavalry here allows him to pick at the unit's heels as they run. And so that's very, very bad for Kimo there. Probably should have just stayed and fought. There's no reason in running, guys. So if you're getting chased like that, you might as well just turn around and fight, because at least you'll take some units down with you. Getting a few little freezes there. Looks like it needs to catch up again. So we'll give it a little pause. And then that should be it. Should be fixed. Again, guys, you know, as you see it bouncing around the screen, this is beta. There are little hiccups here and there, but overall, the game is awesome. And as you guys can see, looks good as well. A lot of units getting spammed right there. And Kimo has brought his heroes along this time, so that Frost Giant may have met its match. But we'll see here in a minute. Yeah, notice how its HP is going down a lot faster than it was earlier. Yeah, the hero continuing to chase down that Frost Giant. Could turn the rest of his units around while the Frost Giant runs. Yeah, there he goes. Attack with everything else, let the Frost Giants, you know, just run away. And as I said before, I think the play is to kill the heroes, and the Frost Giants and the rest of your army can really pulverize everything else. Batu, though, still raiding, by the way. Still has that raiding army up top, looking for some good damage. Trying to keep Kimo in this little ball that is his base. And we've got a big fight happening here. Let's rotate that screen if we can, so the trees are not in the way. And look at those Frost Giants. They're putting in work. The Minotaur still a decent amount of HP, though. Two Frost Giants continuing to pound these units. And you guys are starting to see that the age difference, you know, the second age to the third age, it's starting to take effect. That third age mythic unit is really putting a lot of work in onto his opponent's army. So we're going to have to see, I think, Kimo head to the next age. Otherwise, things are going to get really dicey for him. But we'll see. Third age definitely going to be a necessity here, but you know, his food was hindered quite a bit, so maybe it's a little hard for him to get there. He is getting all those sheep now. They're nice and fattened up, so he'll be getting a lot of food from that. And it looks like he is just defending now in the middle. We saw in a previous game how powerful you know, this Pantheon can be with their, you know, their gladiator type units. So I mean, once they get to those next ages, he's going to be very, very strong, but he just has to get there. 3 Frost Giants now as well. You got to pull the 2 weak ones to the back, I think, unless he's just trying to use their abilities and then run away with them. You want to put the full HP one in the front. That's just your typical micro. Got to get the raiding cavalry out front. You can use those to actually chase these units down as he did before if he wants. As you guys can see, there's no heroes in this mix, so the Frost Giants will have a lovely time there. And it looks like these villages are getting taken out. Notice how he had villages here. The cart went down. So great job there from Kimo, getting in some great economical damage onto his opponent. Batu continuing forward here, looking for some more damage. 4 Frost Giants now. I'm loving this army out of Batu. Kimo has got to get some heroes because this army is going to be so powerful. Oh, man. Got a little something happening down south. A few units running into the archers. Those frost giants are doing a great job here. I'm not seeing any heroes out of Kimo. Taking this engagement without heroes is so bad. You need the heroes to deal with the mythic units. Those frost giants just continuing forward. They don't care at all. All right, so we got a attack. It looks like he's going to the north, hitting around where the buildings are that allow him to produce units. Left-hand side, we got a lot of dwarves looking for a gold mine. It's going to be that one. Villagers have to be backed off there. Don't want to lose those for nothing. He was trying to get up to the wood line over there and the other rhinos as well for food. But was unable to do so, getting cut off. Yo, what'd you think so much for the raid, man? Appreciate it. We're seeing the cavalry continue to move forward here. I'm not sure what Kimo's going to do. Again, being... Oh, okay. Finally, he gets up to the next age. And he can start to actually get some upgrades and army more in his favor here. He actually caught up in score as well. Now that I'm excited to see. Just done some casting of both Batu and Kimo. Awesome. I'm probably butchering the name, so... Please, is it Batu or is it Batu or Batu? All right, so moving down south. We actually have a TC getting placed all the way up here in a very forward position. Either or. All right, I'll just keep calling him Batu. I don't care. I'll probably go between the two. It looks like Batu is a little afraid to fully commit here. Which is funny because there's not much here. We got quite a few shades. Why are they called hoplites? You gotta keep switching this. Got quite a few shades down here for Kimo. I'm not sure what his plans are with him. Just maybe he's looking to harass more villagers if he can. All right, huge attack now coming in. Both players have points that they could be using. It looks like a few units were turned into pigs. One frost giant. Yeah, only one frost giant left here. The army now coming in from Kimo from the other side. And it looks like Batu has decided to back off. I think he sees the army coming. He's going to pick off what he can and then back off here. And now he's got all the pigs back that he got. For those who don't know, he used the God Power Curse. Target enemy soldiers to turn several of their units into pigs. And that's why there were so many pigs right there. Going to be going straight after the gold mine here. Going to try to get as much villager kills as he possibly can. And we've got a huge blizzard coming down. That's going to be from the Frost Power. Target near enemy units to freeze them solid for a short period of time. Frozen units cannot move, but are very hard to kill. Trying to get as much damage as he can here, but... you know, they gain a lot of defensive bonus when they're frozen, so. And it looks like Batu has decided to back off as his best course of action. You know, come back to fight another day here. Getting a lot of resources, though. Continue to go for the game out on the map, getting those zebras, and also a lot of gold being protected by the stronghold there. If we click that, there we go. Oh, it's a hill fort. Same thing. Score still pretty equal overall, but it looks like on the upper right-hand side score, though, it looks like Kimo is winning by quite a large margin. But, you know, the scores aren't always correct. You know, sometimes it can be a little deceiving. And they're going to continue to do some great damage there, pushing back, picking off units that are coming across the map here. What do we got up here in the red? We've got a few units there looking as for a raiding party, but of course, as I said, the hill fort will defend them pretty nicely there. And we're going to see him back off now. Probably going to catch this little army off guard, and Kimo's little raiding party will end. Love the frost giants. They look absolutely beautiful. Love the art style of this game. I think I know I've said this many times. I'm going to continue to say it throughout the day. The art director, whoever is in charge of most of the art in this game, you know, kudos to you. Game looks fantastic. All right, he's going to start bringing up those other units here. Why is it called Attack Revealer? What? There we go. Nimi in line. Nimi heading forward along with those shades. And he's going to be backing up all the way to that stronghold, at least for now. By the way, that TC did get canceled or killed. Back on the right, pigs are still chilling there. We've got one throwing axeman going to get taken down by that shade. Trying to get some villager kills in there. But Kimo is looking really good now. His army is terrifying. And this is what I was saying before. Once he got to that third age as well, I felt as though his army might just start to accelerate in terms of its upgrades and just its overall battle prowess. Beautiful roar coming in. And we've also got that heal also coming in the restoration. Gonna have to hide now next to that hill fort. Back over at the main though, looking all right. Hill fort continue to try to defend the area, but of course, there's too much damage here. And now he's actually fighting with the dwarves. Oh my God. Gonna go down there, not much he can do. Kimo just putting in a huge amount of damage right now. But Batu not to be outdone here. We do have some frost giants in the north. Could have brought those in. There's only, oh, there's a couple of heroes still. So, it's not good. Dwarves going to that northern gold mine, just trying to get as much resources as they can during these fights. We've got the wolves actually dropped in here. So for those that don't know what that is, it is the Fimble winner. Target anywhere on the map to prevent enemies from garrisoning in buildings and summon a packs of ferocious wolves to attack enemy town centers. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. Kimo is going to take the W there. Congratulations to him. Let's take a look at the post-game. And it looks like Kimo will be taking the highest score. Batu, largest army. Kimo, most improvements, most resources. Batu with most kills. Kimo with most deaths. Let's take a look at the timeline. And as you guys see, for the military-wise, it looks like Kimo was winning a lot of it. Started to lose in the middle, then came back near the end. So first third and second and third of the game were in Kimo's favor. So Batu, while he had a really strong midpoint there, it just kind of fell apart near the end. Anyways, guys, for those watching on YouTube later in the future, I am your host, Joe Desla, and I'll see you guys next time.